This is a pine knot. Came from Dan and Cindy in Florida. Shipped it to me. Big stump they shipped to me in last summer. Shipped it all the way to me, Michigan. Okay, so here's your heartwood. Right here. That's your branch. See that? There's your branch. This is your sapwood. This is your knot. That's the stuff that's hard to cut through. This is all knot, sapwood. Now, this is the point where another knot, opposite end of this one, because pine trees grow, most pines, all their branches grow in a cluster, and then there's nothing up the tree trunk for a while until another cluster of branches, and they all grow in the same spot. So that's from another knot. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. I took my saw and just basically sawed it. As you can see, it's not square. Okay. So over here, these are bark inclusions. That's when the branch was much smaller and had bark on it, and it just keeps growing and it grows around the bark. I had considered turning it this way, but I think I'm gonna go this way. This will be a challenge. Don't need this anymore. By the way, this has that nice black licorice smell like a lot of southern fatwood has. Makes you want to run to the store and get some licorice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this squared up, centered. Once I find my center, we're going to get this on here and we're going to turn it. Hopefully we can get the wobble to slow down once we get some of this off of here. Here goes nothing. Well, I got it down to a round piece. It's almost got like a burl pattern to it. This stuff is juicier than what I harvest in Michigan. Just some light pressure. Don't want to cut into something that's got pressure. There, only light pressure, so there wasn't any pinching. Man, this little thing is sticky. Smells so pretty. Got some beautiful patterns. We'll get you in better lighting, finish it up. It'll look much better. I'm good with that. Okay. There's that yellow pine knot. Gonna be a small handle, but it's absolutely beautiful. It'll look more beautiful when we finish it. I'm rubbing it with rubbing alcohol. Try to take away some of the sticky. It's got some beautiful color to it. This is red pine. As you can see, I'm using a very cheap lathe from Harbor Freight. Doesn't have a lot of options. I can't put in a nice tailstock on there. And I can't drill from it. So my challenge is trying to cut these and drill these square. As I figure this out, there'll be more videos. I turned this one, which turned out great, but when I went to cut off the excess, I cut at a bad angle and ruined it. That was going to be a nice set too. And the trouble I'm having with this one here, this is nice and flat and perfect, but this is not. Let's say I wanted to lay this flat under my drill press and drill my hole up here. It's not going to be a straight ferro rod coming out because I can only get a straight hole if this end is flat. And I can't put a drill bit in this. I've got a chuck, but I'm still got to get the adapter. I've ordered one, but I don't think it's the right one. We'll find out. The thread don't match the adapter to my chuck. So until I get a chuck and some kind of tailstock where I can put a drill bit, I've got to figure out how to keep everything square so I can use my drill press to get a straight hole for a straight ferro rod mounting. So that's why I'm not really putting up a lot of videos right now, is I'm still trying to figure all these little things out. Rust colored Austrian pine Fatwood. It's not completely round. It's a little on the oval side, but I love the rust color in this Austrian pine Fatwood. Might help if I put the spur back on. Looks like a crack there. Sure, some pretty colors. Okay, there's the Austrian pine. I decided to put a 1/2 inch hole in it. Looks pretty centered. 6-corner hexagon. Happy with that one. Should drill a lanyard hole. I gotta remember to do the lanyard hole first. Such a messy job. Just try to keep it off the floor, you know what I mean? Don't need to be tracking it all into the house. There's my lanyard holes. There's ferro rod holes. Gonna be a beautiful piece. Austrian pine. Harvested in West Michigan. There you go. How's that? How's that for color, huh? This stuff is hard to come by. Austrian pine, Fatwood. Austrian, not Australian. And it's very, very similar to the red pine native to Michigan here. But these Austrian pine trees that are in Michigan, people have brought in and imported. And I know where a bunch of big, giant, dead ones are at. How can you not like Judas Priest? I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off and try to make this more straight. Here come the tears. Start screaming. So I ended up with 4. These ones will be cleaned up, epoxy resined, and all finished up. Okay, we're at the table here. I've poured some clear epoxy resin and some hardener into this small cup right here. And with a stir stick, I've been stirring it around. And I'm going to put epoxy resin in the holes to my handles. And then I'm going to put my ferro rods in. Then I'll have to find a way to make them all straight and stable. I'm going to go ahead and get some gloves on before I really get started. And, the goal today will be to not fill them too much. And then tomorrow we can finish them. I'm going to get some gloves. I'll give you a close look at my workspace. And then a project I'm working on for Christmas. Dish. I need your address again. I can't find it. Christmas ornaments going out for Christmas. That's been keeping me real busy. Okay, could be some more in there. I'm gonna just scoop it in instead. Takes more patience that way than pouring it. That's how I have them for now. Sitting up like that. As long as nobody bumps the table, we're in business. Sometimes you gotta improvise. I'll figure out a better way over time. Beautiful. They're gonna look even prettier when I finish them.